You think she fell out of love. You think she changed because of something you did or didn't do. But that's rarely the case. Most men never see it coming. The truth is far more unsettling. Hypergamy is not emotional, it's mechanical. It's a silent algorithm running beneath the surface of every interaction, every conversation, every glance. Her eyes, her tone, her subtle shifts in behavior, they are all measuring, calculating, and ranking. She isn't consciously cruel. She isn't intentionally deceptive. She's following an instinct older than civilization itself. And unless you understand the mechanism behind it, you will always be blindsided, always asking yourself, why her? Why me? Why now? Hypergamy is subtle. You rarely notice it until the distance grows too large to ignore. It doesn't announce itself with drama, arguments, or yelling. It doesn't reveal its hand through jealousy or direct criticism. Hypergamy is quiet, surgical, precise. It operates beneath the conscious mind, shaping attraction and detachment like a silent puppeteer. At its core, hypergamy functions like an internal evaluation system, a psychological algorithm designed to maximize emotional, social, and genetic advantage. The mechanism is ancient, hardwired, and unrelenting. Women throughout evolutionary history have needed to identify the man who offers the best combination of protection, resources, and genetic potential. This instinct doesn't vanish because you live in a modern city or text back quickly. It adapts, it evolves, it calculates. The first layer of the mechanism is constant evaluation. Every gesture, every tone, every decision you make is subconsciously scanned and ranked. Confidence, emotional control, ambition, social proof, all these factors are monitored, compared, and measured. A man who appears stagnant, desperate, or overly eager immediately triggers a downward adjustment in her perceived value. Next is comparison. It's not about you personally failing, it's about her perception of alternatives. Hypergamy forces the brain to assess not just what you offer today, but what someone else might offer tomorrow. The hypothetical better option doesn't have to exist. It only has to feel possible. This is why men often feel blindsided. One day her affection is warm and consistent. The next it's distant, critical, almost cold. She didn't decide to love you less. Her mind simply recalculated risk and reward. Then comes the emotional recalibration phase. Once her subconscious assessment identifies a potential value gap, her feelings subtly shift. Affection diminishes. Patience disappears. Subtle criticisms creep into conversation. The warmth that once drew you in slowly retreats. You might think she's frustrated, stressed, or tired, but the truth is psychological. Her mind is recalibrating, seeking stability, security, and the best possible emotional outcome. Finally, there is the detachment and transition stage. Hypergamy isn't about hatred, it's about survival and selection. By the time a man recognizes the distance, the process is often complete. She has emotionally prepared herself for a potential change. The withdrawal isn't sudden, it's strategic. She is not necessarily planning an exit, but her attention, energy, and investment will always favor the perceived superior option, whether that's a real person, a hypothetical, or even an abstract sense of a better future. Understanding this mechanism changes everything. It reframes heartbreak, confusion, and the sense of betrayal not as a personal failing, but as an interaction with an unconscious, evolutionary system. It explains why consistency alone does not guarantee emotional security. It explains why the man who is strongest, most independent, and unpredictable often maintains attraction even in the face of challenges. Hypergamy doesn't respond to begging, pleading, or manipulation. It responds to value, potential, and emotional dominance. The mechanism also has a mirror function. It teaches men the importance of self-evaluation. If women operate with an instinctive algorithm measuring your trajectory, stability, and dominance, the solution is not to chase, manipulate, or fix the emotional system. It's to evolve continuously, to cultivate your own status, ambition, and emotional independence. Hypergamy, in its cold, mechanical way, forces men to recognize stagnation, complacency, and weakness, while rewarding growth, self-mastery, and true masculine presence. This is the unspoken, often brutal truth. Love and desire are not always about loyalty or emotional purity. They are deeply tied to perceived value and potential. Hypergamy isn't about cruelty. It's a mechanism, a lens, a filter. And the moment you understand its silent operations, you step out of the role of victim and into the role of observer.